Welcome back. Roundabouts 128. We're here at bottom of 2300. Hopefully we get into at least top 100, maybe a bit further. So we got Swana into Koparaja. This is not a great lead. Because basically they can very easily break through me. Especially if they have like Stone Edge or even just, they could also have like Super Self or Banded. Lots of ways they could potentially harm me here. Avalugg, not great because of that Iron Head. It's so strong. I do have Samurott, which is interesting. So one thing I'm immediately noticing is Swana is my fastest Pokemon. And I don't know if I want to immediately give up that kind of speed. I think I'm going to go Samurott. Can I go Samurott on like a rock move here? I don't know, I'm a bit nervous of just getting drilled. I don't know, I think I take damage on Koparaja. Because this thing is very hard to kill. Yeah, if I'd switched into Samurai, I would have just died. And we get a lucky dodge, so that always helps, of course. And actually now we're gonna win the 1v1, thanks to that player of miss. Okay, so good thing I didn't switch and just kind of stuck it out. Otherwise it would have been a little nasty. So get to keep Swana. Have chances to roost off later. See if they have an electric type. If they do, that's not super great for me. They have Wug Trio. Samurott seems like a pretty free switch in. Yeah, this is pretty free. They don't have a good way to hit me. Liquidation still hurts, and if they get the defense drop, that's also bad. But we have a Sea Sledge coming in now. They go Infernape. It's fair enough. We get some decent chip, though. So Swana theoretically beats this, right? But close combat actually pretty strong. Knockoff, pretty good. They have a lot of ways to potentially hit me. I'm wondering if I can get away with going like Dustoir here. Dustoir, we would live a knockoff plus anything else. Well, maybe not the... If they're like overheat, could be trouble. I don't think you overheat into Samurott though. I'm just gonna go Dustoir. Choice Band? Yeah, so close combat was an easy play for them there. And now we can do our setup here. Okay, so Choice Band and Infernape is actually pretty good for me because of this Dustoir. And that does give me a good reason to keep Dustoir around later. So if we get this going, and it's a free Poltergeist if I've ever seen one. And not quite gonna get the knockout there. So Wugtrio is dead, right? If they don't have removal, nothing Wugtrio can do. I'm gonna go Avalugg here. I want to preserve health on Dustoir because of that banned Infernape. And we're just gonna recover up in front of Wugtrio here. They go to Metagross. That's fine. Can Metagross do anything to me? Even Choice Banded Heavy Slam is doing, like, nothing. Yeah, that's no damage, dude. I'm gonna curse up here, and I'm gonna go for a Body Press, see if they have something they want to go into. They go Lugia. Okay, so we're looking pretty good here. Because we can beat Lugia consistently with Zarude, Luxray later. Tempted to go into Samurott. We also have Avalanche here. Can I just rip an Avalanche? I think I can. But yeah, that does a lot of damage. And they can't do the shenanigans with Roost. Yeah, actually, I think I'll instead just kill Lugia. Or actually, maybe... So Avalugg easily defeats Metagross. Do I care about that, though? No, I have other ways of easily... I can pretty handily deal with some Metagross. Like, it does not scare me at all. Because we have Samurott, we have Zarude, we have Luxray. Like, basically our entire team beats it. Okay, Decidueye comes out. Leaf Storm will kill. Spirit Shackle. They have to have Leaf Storm here. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to get through. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. This is looking like an Avalugg sweep. Yeah. Yeah, Avalugg. pretty crazy. And we go up to 2328, which probably puts us in top 100, if I had to guess. And yeah, we are top 100. We're now at 87. Excellent. Just keep the ball rolling. It's about time I get really up into the high ranks here. Yeah, I've been piddling around in like the upper 2200s, occasionally scratching the 2300 for the past couple weeks at least. You know, I think it's time to lock in, folks. Which unfortunately also means it's going to mean longer queue times. But such is high ladder, I suppose. Although random balance isn't as bad. Because, like, there's just so many people to play it. Okay, we immediately deal with another Lugia, but we have Mandibuzz, which is pretty awesome. This ruins Lugia's life. We got Magearna. Very good. We have Cosmic Fire Chimecho, which probably just loses to Lugia, actually. The Den. Things like Super Fang and U-Turn. Quaquaval's Band and Volcarona. No rocks. Let's just go for a Toxic here. We will not find the Toxic into Glass here, unfortunately. I'm gonna go Quaquaval here on a potential Icicle Crash. Ooh, Swords Dance is scary. We do have close combat here. Yeah, I think we rip a close combat here. Band is unfortunately not quite enough to take out Glastrier. But I can easily follow up with Mandibuzz. So, pretty even trade there. Glastrier is going to rip me up. Yeah, it's crazy that Choice Band Quaquaval close combat had like a 1 in 16 roll to kill Glastrier of all things. Okay, another... Oh my gosh, Mandibuzz, can you hit a move, please? That would be awesome if you could do that for me. Because Comfy is not a big problem, but I don't want to be able to get out of hand here. There we go. And Volcarona should be able to handle this pretty decently. Or maybe Chimecho. I can go Chimecho first, actually. Because even if their story power doesn't do much, they can't tear ground to get through me. And yeah, they're not going to be able to boost past this Chimecho here. Yeah, they're just not doing enough damage. Let's recover to stay healthy here. They're going for it. Yeah, Comfy's not going to be able to win here unless they have a big crit. Which, I mean, it can happen, right? But it's not likely to work out for them here. Let's recover here just to stay healthy. And Comfy's gone. Now Lugia easily deals with stored power. It's actually trivial. They go into Ogre Pond though for some reason. I will take a stored power into you. What are you doing? You have a Lugia, dude. You beat this. What are you doing? I know you probably think you don't do much damage to me, but like... Lugia 1v1's Chimecho with ease. Don't you have Calm Mind? I don't know what's going on here. But I'm getting... totally free progress here, seemingly, for no reason. I mean, +3 Thunderbolt, 20%. Nice job, Ringru. And yeah, we don't even bother recovering here. There's no point in risking the para. I don't know why they haven't gone Luke. I don't get it. What are you doing, Kobe? Kobe wouldn't have done this. Kobe would have hit a sick pull-up jump shot at me, and yet... I don't know what's happening. Let's go Mandibuzz here. If they're Terra Steel, they're Terra Steel. Otherwise, they kind of lose. And see, now, all of a sudden, it's a little bit of trouble. I can go to Den here first. Unfortunately, I really wish I could nuzzle them here, but I can't. Just nothing I can do. I can't Super Fang. They have Psychic Noise. A little annoying, but basically I just need to sit in front of this. I can just keep Super Fang them. They can never escape the blender here. Basically the idea is to keep them low. And I think since they're Psychic Noise, that means they should be Aeroblast last. Meaning eventually Terra Steel Volcarona should be chillin'. Can we finally miss that? But I mean, again, they're as long as we're keeping multi-scale broken here, I'm fine. Actually, I think what the actual play here is to go Magearna, Shift Gear once, then Terra Ground, Terra Blast. Because by Shift Gearing here, now it's hitting physically. Yeah, that's big damage, and no crit. That'll be game. Yeah, Terra Steel Lugia, pretty scary because I can't Toxic it. And without my... Well, even if I had Quick Wave, I was going to get blown up. But since they threw away their entire team into the garbage can that was... Or the more like the garbage disposal that was Chimecho, we clean up there. I really don't know what they're going for. It was like a sort of Gen 3 OU deal where they're just like trying to immediately go last Pokemon sweeper deal. Because the deal in Gen 3 OU is Suicune, just Calm Minds and rest in the back. And then if it's the last Pokemon, you can't roar it out. But like, why would you... I don't understand. There's no point in trying to comprehend this. Now we have an immediate trap on Gothitelle, which I'm a big fan of. We also have Sticky Web. I think I like damage on Weirdo here. Intimidate is annoying. We get the cheat with Dark Pulse too. Yeah, Gothitelle is it's a cheater Pokemon. Let's be real. Meghorn will hurt, but we get to just remove Weirdo for free, and we have the trick for later if we want. Yeah, Weavile scary. Weavile's Azumarill, so I'm fine. You actually mean nothing to me, Weavile. I'm sorry. We have a near perfect counter. Yeah, even if they like the worst thing they use is Terra Ice, but yeah, they more realistically you just gotta get out of there. It's like a decent chance to go Mew, get up my rocks. Very nice. Do you think they go Weavile here? I think they go Weavile. I don't think you risk Psychic on Venusaur for nothing. Like, they already made the risky play, right? And I get nothing. I get nothing for that. Well, we'll have to give Mew up now. What am I doing, folks? What am I doing here? I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Let's go for a knock here. Oof, that is damage, dude. Do I just get rid of Gothitelle? Yeah, Gothitelle's going, man. Well, we might still be alive here. Do we get the Psychic off? Yes, and we crit for good effect. Let's go Lumiose here. I'm predicting a nasty plot. Yep. We always Encore in case they want to get cute. Like that. Do I just take Bug Buzz here? Yeah, I think I just like taking damage. I quite like that, in fact. Now we have a good liquidation coming in. Without Venusaur, Azumarill's really opened up. And this Weavile really cannot do much. Well, they have a Alomomola. Never mind. Life ruined. See if they try to get a Wish here. Nope. Straight to Weavile. This thing's going to be a little annoying to deal with because of the boots that it presumably has. Well, not presumably. We know it has boots. I wish I had Bug Buzzed into that Raichu, I guess. And now I have to go back to Azumarill. They're not staying in. You're not that guy, Belle. You're not that guy. If they get me, they get me, but they do not. Yeah, we get our webs up here. Because that kind of ruins Raichu's life. We can go back to Azumarill. Easy knockoff here, actually. Yeah, so you can get rid of that Dink's boots. You can stop being so annoying. Going to go leave Annie here. We survived the Scary Scald. Now we have a Bold Seed coming in. They go Terra Steel. They really do not want to. They don't want to risk it, but now Ogerpon's looking even better. Late game Ogerpon looking kind of crazy. I think I'm good with getting rid of Godzilla now. Yeah, I mean, Ivy Cudgel. Coming in hot. No more Loma Mola. Very nice. If they go Weavile, I'm fine with the trade. They go Espeon, but you are not looking too hot. In fact, I'm just going to go Terra Fire. We're killing Espeon here. We're winning. I've decided to just simply win. Alright, we move up to 2356. Very nice. 3-0. Looking good. Top is so far up, man. These 2,500 fellas, I tell you. But now we are at 55. So if we win this next one, should be top 50. It's exciting. Alright, this person's also top 100. Should be good. What's not so good is Emborn to Squawkabilly. In fact, I have absolutely no switch in for this guy. Just none. So I do like this Trailblaze bulk up set, but it's kind of slow paced. Who's more realistically winning? Weavile, probably. Weavile and Cinccino. I think we just have to accept this. Oh, and we get the dodge. That is very lucky. And honestly, hugely impactful. Because now they have to trade with us. Or we get this. Now, Grumpig actually pretty handily beats Emboar. Yeah, we just go Goodra here. I don't want to get too cute trying to go to Weavile and getting cooked for it. Now, I think pretty often as Side Shock, but again, I can't really do much about that. And we can live one. And we can miss a Draco as well. Alright. Need to be a little careful here. Bombardier should be able to live anything, even if they have like Focus Blast. Yeah, let's go Bombardier. Choice Band knockoff. We won't be able to knock them out. Oh, they have Dazzling Gleam, but we do live. We do live. Thankfully, Bombardier is not that frail. And if they go Squawkabilly here, I'm just fine giving up Bombardier. It's not its job. They go Piloswine instead. Is this a Greedent moment? Potentially. We got a knockoff though. Because if they get a Rock Slate, you know, I'm also still cooked. Another thick fat guy though. But we can actually bulk up here. On Earthquake and then Drain Punch back up. Yeah. Delicious. Yeah, so we can use Emboar here to 1v1 Piloswine. Instead of having to, like, reveal anything else. Because honestly, Piloswine's kind of annoying for the rest of my team. It's just so physically bulky. So very good to get rid of Piloswine for Weavile, for everything else. Now the nightmare is that they have, like, Dondozo in the back, but we're just gonna hope that isn't true. They go into Squawkabilly. I don't know why. I don't really know what you're keeping low health Piloswine around for. That seems like just a blunder, straight up. I don't understand that move. Okay, they just hate Squawkabilly. They actually just hate it. You know what? Fair enough, I guess. Do I dare? Am I that guy? Now the problem is if I decide to be that guy, I'm just gonna die anyway. Eventually we're just gonna have to trade one for one with this guy. Which is very possible. Although not easier said than done. Yeah, they close combat anyway. Which, luckily for me, my entire team is weak to. I can go greed into here, though. Honestly, I don't think they stay to do it again, because double edge is quite juicy. Ooh, but the fact that I'm very weak to this thing, that's like kind of a big problem. My ticket against Barraskewda is going to be Greedent. Yeah, I have to Terra here. I straight up just have to Terra. And if they get me on the flip turn, they get me. Yeah, they got me. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're gonna lose this. Barraskewda's gonna be too strong. Probably. Yeah, because we just don't... If we had Tidy Up, we'd be able to bring this back, but I don't see a path really and we get frozen. For extra effect, you know? Good lord. Yeah, I can't do anything here. Barraskewda is just very difficult to deal with without, like, an actual check. Yeah, we're Omega cooked, unfortunately. Nothing you can do about that, though. Despite their sack of Squawkabilly, Barraskewda just beats me. Alright. Well, you know, bad matchup's bound to happen. We'll go for one more here. You know, the typical 5 battles. Hopefully get back. And we shouldn't have lost, like, a ton of elo from that. I didn't actually look, but they're above us still. And yeah, I guess the way I was playing that, I probably should have held off on the Terra ground. If I'd held off on the Terra ground, I might have been able to get them later. But the problem is, flip turn is just, yeah, super free. That's a super free move when you're up material. Alright, we yet again Kobe 81 points here. Grafine to Avalugg. This is a pretty good lead. They're probably just gonna parting shot. And we have a Ting Lu. I'm gonna go Ting Lu here. I'm gonna be a bit aggressive. If I can catch a parting shot and immediately get up a spike, or maybe not, they'll just switch straight out. Straight out into Avalugg. Or Abomasnow, sorry. They're probably just gonna give their Veil, yeah. But I can just go back to Avalugg here now. Yeah, because Blizzard's doing just nothing. Quite simply no damage. So I'm gonna just launch a body press here. They should be switching out. Don't know exactly what to. It's kind of weird that they went to Abomasnow on Avalugg. I don't know why. Okay, Clefable comes out. That's not who I love to see. Especially behind a Veil. Yeah. And leftovers. This doesn't... Does that give me insight? No. It does not. I can go Superior, though, and just glare it, honestly. And we're going to get a bit of info here. Okay, we dodge a fire. They are unaware. That's terrible. That's my least favorite thing, actually. Because I have only one Pokemon that can beat this, and it's Honchkrow. For now, though, I think I'm just going to give some spikes. And now we're going to Earthquake here into Clefable. set up for the Braver KO. Yeah, so we have to lose some pretty good Pokemon, but yeah, that Clefable, extremely evil set. Extremely evil. Especially behind a Veil. But now they're in a bit more pressure. We've got the Moxie boost. We do kill Grafaiai. We will also be killing Kricketune. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Web's not super impactful against me because I just have Avalugg, who's looking better by the moment. By the minute. Thank you. You die. You straight up die. You get Ice Shard, sure, but you're dead. And I don't even have to die to recoil. Thank you, Heat Wave. And now we have a Sucker Punch, which just kills Grafaiai. You can't do anything, actually. Is Honchkrow gonna win? Honchkrow is putting in crazy work right now. 4 straight KOs. It's just blowing up this guy's team. Maybe Honchkrow is just gonna do it for me. Thankfully, they did not Terra Steel the Clefable. Because they Terra Steel... If they went Terra Steel and we went with that Moonblast, we'd be in a much different spot. Now, we would be winning with like Avalugg and Chandelorbs, but still kind of spooky. We can just straight up Brave Bird and kill this guy. I don't care about Terra. Now, let's see what they've got here last. A Malamar. We should just be able to hit through this guy. It's Energy Ball here. Like, it just doesn't have enough. It doesn't have enough to deal with me. Yep. Because we have speed. Got nice power. Alright. 4-1. We're going to end it there. 23-49. Much better than my last few showings. Ending up at rank 62. Well, I'm going to call for the day. If you're still with me, thank you for watching as usual, and I will see you next time.